So the first point is respect money but be indifferent to it. Now a lot of you will say that is counterintuitive, because at one point I'm saying you have to respect money, but at very second line I say is be indifferent to it. So to put some more light on this, when I say respect money, I mean understand its function, how money has helped us build societies, how money has helped us to build safe societies. So function of money, it's very important to understand. Function of money. You know, we used to have barter system in the past, and then we moved to a man-made thing that we all believe to have value. At the end of the day, it's just a piece of paper printed, but we all worship it. We all say and believe that this is a real thing, while we all know this is printed. We don't pay enough attention to how function of money helps in our day-to-day life. Another thing I want to tell you is, let's use green for this one. Double coincidence of need or wants. Now I know this video at first will be very confusing and you'll be like, yo Raj, you said we're going to talk about freedom and now we're talking about money. But money at the end of the day will get you freedom of things, freedom from things. So it's very important that our first point helps us understand the underlying thing that will help us to get free. Now this video is purely for people who are paycheck to paycheck, have only one source of income. And if you're someone who has multiple streams of income and are very well settled in your life, I'd say close this video, go to some other video, or go to Bahamas, for the least I care. But right now I'm here to help anyone who's paycheck to paycheck and anyone who's trying to understand and navigate through life. Double coincidence of wants or needs. What does that mean? We used to live in a society where barter used to work. You need apples, I need bananas, let's exchange. You need iPhones, I need MacBooks. In today's world, let's exchange. But it's hard to have barter because there's too many things. And what are the odds that you need the exact same thing that the other person has to offer? Let's say someone has bananas to offer, but I don't need bananas. I'm in the mood to eat oranges. Let's draw an orange. All right. So barter was very inefficient. So we switched from barter to something we made up, money. We made this thing up. Now, I'm not talking out of my ass. When I say we made this thing up, I mean we collectively all believe that this has some value attached to it. And there is value. There is some intrinsic value because this allows you to get this thing. Let's make another dollar sign, this time a little bigger. This dollar allows you to get bananas, apples, whatever bartered failed to do, money allows you to get anything in return because it adds value and you can get the thing whatever you want. So it's a good store of value. Now, coming back to the point, function of money is important. make sense of it, why we have money in our society, how it helps. Once you understand that, you need to look up double coincidence of needs or wants. So these two things will help you understand why should we respect money, because this has allowed society to prosper. This has allowed society to prosper when we live in a capitalistic society for the most part, which allows free exchange of goods and services. So in that regards, we really need to respect money and its function. Now, what do I mean when I say let's get rid of all this? Let's keep the dollar sign and we'll keep respect money. And then I say the very second line, be indifferent to it. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? That simply means be neutral. Be neutral towards money. Write this down somewhere. Be neutral. Now, this might not ring a bell to a lot of ears, because the moment we see money, we instantly think of something. Oh, I can get this. I can buy this. Let's say if I have $5,000, I can do this, 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 this. That's just consumerism in your mind. Be neutral towards money. When you get money, be all right. Okay, it's $5,000 that I just got. Let's do another 5. Okay. Even if you get $20, be indifferent to it. Don't think of it highly. Don't think of it poorly. Don't love it. Don't hate it. You just have money. Because money does not think anything about you. It does not care about your emotions. It does not care about your feelings. It does not care what you do with it. So if money doesn't think anything about you, who are you to think about it? Be indifferent to it. If this video gets long, press 1.25 or click on 1.25 and watch the video. Now this brings us to our second point. We need to understand our relationship with money. Now this is a very deeply rooted question. You can't just randomly throw this question, and it's not a one-liner, is what I mean. To understand your relationship with money, we'll have to look at some basic things or some very, very deep things. I hope you all understand we have to be neutral towards money. Don't love it, don't hate it. It's just money. It's just a piece of paper, and we'll come to this later. Now let's ask a very, very fundamental question. What is your relationship with money? People ignore this. I see no one ever talk about what is their relationship with money. Let's say if they get 10,000, what are they going to do with it? All right, when they were a kid, what did they thought of money? These are some very, very, very important questions you should ask yourself. What is my relationship with money? You know how some people are frugal and some people abundantly just spend? Those are two different people having two different life circumstances when they were growing up, saw different scenarios, saw different things. So, and that in your early age defines your relationship with money. You know what you should do? What you should do? Take a piece of paper and write this question down, and don't write anything underneath. Just on a blank piece of paper, write this question down. What is my relationship with money? This will help you big time once you actually identify what is my relationship with money. Now, if I give you my example, as a kid, I thought money is something we use to just impress other people. If I go out with my friends, I'll spend money and people will think highly of me. That was my relationship. And I telling you this feel very, very, I don't know how to put this in words, but yes, this is a very deep conversation you need to have with yourself. Once you identify this, you'll be able to understand how money works and how will this help us to get our freedom. Let me have some coffee. What is my relationship with money? What does money think about me? What do I think about money? Once it comes to, let's say, money, and then on the other side, me. Once this negates to zero, at that point you are indifferent. If you think highly of money, money wins. If you think poor of money, money wins. Because money does not think anything about you, right? As we made it very clear. Money does not think anything about you. It's how you perceive money. Let's say money thinks nothing, right? Let's use N for nothing. And once you become indifferent and you think nothing, N and N cancels out. This is what you want to reach at. You don't think anything, money doesn't think anything. And then you will be able to see it more objectively. Now, this is not an easy thing to do by any means, but this is what we need to achieve. So, first point, respect money and be indifferent to it. And what does indifferent means? Be neutral towards it. The moment you understand this, ask yourself question, what is my relationship with money? Negate yourself to zero. Once you come here, we can move to our second point. Watch this video again to make more sense of it. One last thing I would like to add is, as a kid, we all at some point learned energy cannot be created nor be destroyed. It can only be transformed. So energy in this whole universe can only be transferred from point A to B. It cannot be destroyed. I hope that rings a bell. In our high school, we all learned this at some point. Now, this is very, very fundamental thing, how our universe or how our physics or how our physical reality works, right? So, money is part of this physical reality. So, we'll see how this applies. So we have established the fact that energy cannot be created nor be destroyed. It can only be transferred from one form to another. So think of at money. What is money? It's stored energy. It's stored energy of other people's time. Money is time. We hear that a lot. Time is money, money is time. Now this is, if you ask a rich person, he says time is money. You know why he says that? Because he knows this is a store of value. He can give you something we created with energy, store of value, in exchange of your time. Your time and energy gets transferred into money that you earn. You see how that works? Energy travels from point A to point B, never gets destroyed. So your time and energy got converted into a store of value that we all pray, right? This is what runs our society. So we give our time and energy, which is very finite compared to how much we have this in this society. This is limited. You only have certain years of consciousness. So that means you have certain amount of time and energy, right? And you give your energy to get this. And then you use this to get energy again, get food, right? Get shelter, and then everything. And that's why everything seems expensive. That is why everything seems expensive, because you're changing your time and energy to get this, and then this gets you things. All right, let me give you an example. Let's say iPhone 14, 15, whatever it is right now. Oh, I have an iPhone 14, so I guess it's 16, 17, 17. iPhone 17 just launched. Now, whosoever works a job is replacing his time and energy getting this and then buying 17 Pro. That's why it seems expensive, because you have to exchange your time. The moment you buy 17 Pro, let's say it's what, $2,000? Oh, now you think, oh wait, it takes me what, 3 weeks to get $2,000. You see, all of a sudden your mind calculates how much time it took you to make your time into money, and then you go and buy 17 Pro. I hope this is making sense. If at any points it gets complicated, because it will get complicated even further down. So go get yourself a drink and then join again. Pause the video, take rest, because this will be the most important thing you'll be doing in your entire day, understanding the function of money. Energy and time stored, your energy and time gets transferred into money. You use that energy, store of value, to get things. Those things seems expensive because you exchanged it for your time and energy. Rich people don't do that. They don't exchange their time and energy for money. And that is something we'll discuss further. That is something we'll come to later in this video. Let me get rid of all this. That was our first point.